Snufkin here again, here with Jar and James. So guys, when did you get into Monster Hunter?
I got into Monster Hunter about maybe 3-4 years ago when it first came out on PSP. Probably 3 years ago. Initially got into it, a couple of mates originally played it in the park, and I thought that's a great sort of thing. You can just play the game anywhere you want. Didn't have a PSP at the time, so I purchased a PSP just for Monster Hunter, and I haven't purchased another PSP game since, really. I mean, I've got the latest Monster Hunter edition.
Me neither, funnily enough. But at that time, did you have people to play it with multiplayer?
Oh, I always had people around to play it with. We had a group of about 6 members who we were just used to mix and match, just hang out and play Monster Hunter. And we did that for about 2 years, just non-stop playing Monster Hunter. So I always had someone to play with.
Okay. So, Charles, how about yourself?
I started playing Monster Hunter the day it was released in Europe on the PS2 console, actually. And back then there was internet support. So I saw the hype in Japan, and me and a few mates we actually started playing the game on PS2. And when it got released on PSP, we immediately followed it up.
Do you play with X-Link Kai?
No, I can't get that to work on my Belgian computer.
We've heard that a lot.
I would play it, and I'm thinking of using the PS3 gateway trick.
Yes. What I really want to ask is if there was some viable way to do Monster Hunter, like you could play Warcraft or Lord of the Rings Online or something like that, would you be doing it?
Oh, certainly. I did try to download the Monster Hunter Frontier, but of course getting through the Japanese sites was nigh impossible, so I sort of, it did defeat me a bit. But if there was an English version, I'd be playing it straight away.
If there was an English version for Monster Hunter Frontier, I would definitely play it.
Okay, thanks very much, guys. This is Snufkin here at the MCM Expo with Ben and James. This is Ben, this is James. So, tell us what you think about the classes that are getting removed from Monster Hunter Tri.
Monster Hunter Tri coming in, personally I feel that with the removing of bows ever since Monster Hunter 2, I feel that it's going to be a little bit strange. And the fact is, as a heavy bow user that relies on beating the Basurios, the Diablos, and sometimes the Lao Shen Long, I do need to rely on the bows to that extent. But depending on what they do to bow guns, it will make me happy on how it turns out.
Do you abuse Akantor bow?
Pardon?
Akantor bow. Do you use that?
Nah, no.
You are hardcore then, sir.
Okay, there are a few times I use the Akantor bow, but that's only if I'm hunting with a party and we actually just want to completely sport it. But
do you know it gets
not for solo.
Do you know it gets nerfed in Unite?
I've heard it's getting nerfed. I've just been told by the guy.
I tend to, when it comes to bows or any weapons, I prefer style and looks over actual usability personally.
No, I have to agree on that.
I think that we can see that.
I'm sorry, but I could not wear the male character. I have a female character just for that purpose alone. I cannot stand. Okay, yeah, we've got high metal, and it makes the male character look like a plum. Or a plum or something like that.
That's why I stick with the Basurios over.
True. Although some of the armors are a bit weird in the female and probably just more for perverted people. So, okay, but call me pervert, I'm not. I'm just here to hunt.
Let's get some fashion tips then. Best armors?
Basurios U, especially from, like, I completely use it in Monster Hunter 1 and trying to collect it in Monster Hunter 2. Tigrex armor, the Blade Master armor, beautiful. And the Diablos armor, when they finally give it legs, then it will be top notch. Till then,
you just wear the chrome metal boots because you get tall king.
True, but I'd love to see what
work with the armor.
I'd love to see how it looks.
How about you?
I quite like Mono Devil, the white one.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, and Heroics. Yes, I know it's not very good, but if you just want to get the stuff, it's just so much easier. Although personally, I would have to say Kyren with Azure Oversword or the Golden. Is it Golden Flash? I can never pronounce it. Also, I think it's you probably find it's a bit weird, but the Black Ravios gunner armor with the Black Rapios gun.
The one with the weird mask.
Yeah, actually it does look like it's just a bucket over their head, but still. Although guarding against the Black Rapios' Sidewinder is God-sent.
I personally think that there's not enough love for Hornitor armor. What do you think of that?
My mate is a very big fan of the Hornitor armor. He uses it with the Cantor bows and the Telesis.
Cantor, all that type of, I use the bows and stuff from that, the low level bows from it. But I'm a bit upset since I upgraded mine, it lost the PS level 2 from the second charge, from the basic one. And it's ever since, because my PSP's currently being broken down, so I need to get a new one. So I'm kind of still way off the top mark, but I'm still enjoying it.
Okay, thanks very much, gents.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, I'm here with Leo Tan, Capcom's go-to guy in the UK for Monster Hunter. Leo, we've been listening to the fans today. They talk like the Japanese fans. They know as much about weapon skills and damage calculation as the Japanese fans, and they want somewhere that they can go and play online or multiplayer like the Japanese fans. So what's going to happen this year?
Well, when you say online, like the Japanese fans, obviously nobody in Japan is playing online. They're playing...
Except Monster Hunter Frontier.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about Monster Hunter Frontier for now. At the moment, no plans to bring that out in the West, English language support. I know Monster Hunter Freedom 1 and 2 have been out in the West. We've not really got behind them in any huge way before. We've just kind of put them out. But they've been slowly ticking over so that there are more players than we thought in the UK, specifically, and in Europe. So we're really kind of at the birth of Monster Hunter, I guess, now, in terms of us getting behind it, us finding all the players, bringing them together, and hopefully making it a success. So we'll start with Freedom Unite, which is June 26th. We'll open the Gathering Hall 1st of July, where we create a dedicated space in central London where people can come and meet other Monster Hunters and play Monster Hunter players. And after that, we'll kind of see how it goes. Hopefully Monster Hunter Tri in the not too distant future. Monster Hunter Frontier, way off, not sure what's going to happen with that. Take it from there.
So given that the fans are here and Capcom's starting to the campaign, do you see a role as a facilitator here?
Yes, I mean, our goal here is not so much to tell as many people as possible about Monster Hunter, but as to provide a focal point for the existing players to come down so we can meet them and see who they are. Once we bring them all together into this massive organic force of justice, we'll send them out into the world to tell everybody else about Monster Hunter and kind of have it work like that. The way that it's become huge in Japan, as we understand it, is through word of mouth. It's through people telling their friends. It's through people gathering in the streets. So we kind of want to kickstart that.
Okay.